Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. And now we are joined by a familiar
I just felt like that could have gone on too long. Like whenever we start talking about boobs, I'm like, it's too much stuff.
Doing workouts on Dubai's beaches. He's a fitness coach, jet setter, and a television personality and entrepreneur, as well as a fellow Londoner. Welcome to the show, David Birtwistle. So great to have you, finally.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. Honestly, I'm like super excited to chat with you today.
You have such a charisma. Like the second you walked into the office, we're just like, it's David. It's David. I mean, of course, because we know you by the face and all of that, but of course your personality as well. But could you please tell us a little bit more about yourself and just introduce yourselves to our followers?
Yeah, hey guys, how you doing? So I'm David Birtwistle. Most people know me from the Netflix reality show Too Hot to Handle. I was on the first ever series of the show, which is now actually quite a few years ago. And apart from that, I run a company called Endeavour Life, and we do personal online coaching for people all around the world to get in an amazing shape and change their lives on a deeper level. And if I'm not doing that, just trying to have fun and live my best life.
Living your best life. Oh, aren't we all trying to do that? So Too Hot to Handle, and of course, the Love Trap. So do tell us a little bit more about that, and why did you approach reality television in the first place, or did they approach you?
I mean, it all started from a DM. Everything kicks off on Instagram these days. It all started from a DM, and I just got one of the producers reached out and said, "Hey, David, we're doing this idea." They were super cagey about the information.
Super cagey?
Yeah, like they didn't want to give any information away.
Okay.
Right? They were keeping the cards close to their chest. But I just thought that life is a series of stories. It's a series of experiences. And when I come to the end of my life, I want to look back and have completed all of those experiences.
Okay.
I want to have a wealth of knowledge and experience to be able to pass on to a younger generation. I thought to myself, like, this is going to be a potential experience that I'm going to learn from and grow from and be able to share with other people. So I was like, yeah, well, let's just do it, see what happens. And that's how it came about.
So of course, it's no secret, you look pretty amazing. So when you got approached, did you have nerves, or did you go in super confident, like, I'm gonna kill this, smash the show?
I mean, there's obviously nerves, right? Like, it's a really unique environment, shall I say? And there's a lot of big personalities, and even myself having quite an outgoing personality naturally, there's a lot of kind of competition there. And when you're getting to know lots of people, it's unique. But yeah, I just went in with like taking my best foot forward, and like I'm just gonna do the best that I can do, and then that's it.
Of course, and like you guys know, he killed it on the show. And are you still friends with a lot of your co-stars?
Yeah. Like most of them, to be fair. Like I'm in touch with the majority of people from the show still.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. And is there anything about the show and about the production that people don't necessarily know about or aren't aware of? Like some BTS secrets. Expose them.
I mean, there's nothing too crazy, to be honest. I think that the main thing that people want to know is like, is it really real? Is it proper, authentic? Is it genuine? And it, for me personally, like, it really was. It was very much just like us in this environment, and then obviously things were kind of set up. Like, you know, we would have games to play and stuff, or they'd bring us all together to talk on the sofa. But like these conversations, like they naturally took place, and it was why it was so amazing, because we formed beautiful relationships and connections with each other because of this natural environment. So yeah, it was a really, like, for me, a really genuine experience.
Interesting. So how much of it would you say was scripted and how much was authentic? And were you put in situations where drama would just like inevitably arise?
I mean, to a degree, if people are holding back information, it causes conflict. So there's certain things which happen, but it was overall, like, the point of the show was not to cause drama. The point of it was to create an environment where people developed really authentic connections on a deeper level, right? It was about kind of taking the stereotype of hot people just wanting to hook up and going, let's actually get them to connect.
Oh, you know? Okay. Oh, great concept. Love that one.
Yeah.
And if you had to start your own reality series, do you have anything in mind? But no, don't give out too much of it.
I don't want to spoil it, but nah, I mean, at the moment, I don't have anything really planned, but, you know, I do like fitness, obviously, and I enjoy cars and an active lifestyle and motorbikes. So who knows, there may be something in the works.
Now, speaking of fitness, you gave a great introduction about your fitness career. So could you tell us a little bit more about that and what made you jump head in first in the fitness industry?
Yeah, so I mean, I've always been really excited by it. Fitness is something that I did by accident as a kid. I just was active. You know, I'd come home from school, I'd get on my bicycle and I'd go ride my bike for like 4 hours every night. And it wasn't like a thing that I was made to do. It was something I really wanted to do.
Okay.
And then I've seen these really amazing benefits that I get. And then having talked to friends and family initially, seeing the benefits they got. And then it just became this direction I wanted to take my life in, because so many people get so many benefits, not just physically but mentally and emotionally from working out and from exercising. So yeah, there was I think that's kind of like how it naturally progressed. But you know what the interesting thing is, at one point I was like, I'm not sure this is for me, right? When I was like 22, I went back to university. Right, so I've been to university, did my sports degree, and then at 22, I was like, oh, I'm not sure that fitness is the right career. So I went back to university and did a degree in petroleum engineering.
Petroleum engineering? Yeah. Wow, and how did that go with you?
Well, it went really well. Like, I got a first class honours degree, like smashed it at the park. I was really, really happy with it, right?
Beauty with brains. Love that.
But the thing was that I needed to do it in order to like go along my own journey to realize that I do really love fitness. And although engineering is an exciting thing and it's something I'm proud of, the health and fitness side of it is just, it's too powerful for me to give up.
And of course, like fitness and just working out releases so many endorphins.
Yeah.
And just that feel good factor. So of course, once you're in the habit of getting that, it's just, it puts you in a bad state of mind when you stop working out.
Exactly. Like you never regret the workout you did.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you do it, it might be a little bit uncomfortable when you're doing it, but as soon as you're finished, you're like, damn, I am proud of me. I crushed that, you know? And you're like, yeah, I worked out today, or I went for a run. That's it. It's a good feeling.
That feeling, honestly. So tell me, okay, like you said, you went to university, you pursued a degree. So was it difficult for you to get back in that lifestyle of working out and then in that routine?
Whilst I was at university? After university?
After, like, whenever you had that realization, like, no, I miss my workouts, was it difficult for you to get back in the routine?
Yeah, I mean, I've had times when I've taken like 6 months off training and I've just like not done anything. And so getting back into it, it's that it can be difficult because you can compare yourself to where you were in the past.
Okay.
Right? And that's a bad thing. We don't want to compare ourselves to where we have been, just where you are right now.
Okay.
Right?
First step, no comparison.
That's it. Don't compare yourself to the past. Just be like aware of where you are right now, and then look at what you can achieve, and then just take steps forward. Right? Let's be in the present and look to the future rather than focus on the past. Because that way, you're going to be able to just progress at a nice pace and be proud of yourself for taking those steps forward. But if we're always looking back, it's very hard to feel positive.
Love that. That is such good advice. One day at a time, and do not compare yourself to what you were able to do in the past.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because life goes up and down, right?
Yeah.
And some people may be able to work out every single day. Some people were maybe once able to do that, but then they had kids, or they got a new job, or they moved to a new city, or whatever, and life kind of gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay. As long as you're doing something, as long as you're grounding yourself in being a relatively active person and eating in a healthy way, like just be okay with where you're at right now, but always strive to be better.
That is amazing insight and definitely what a lot of people needed to hear. So since you first started coaching and training, has the game changed or evolved in any way?
Yeah, massively.
Yeah?
I'd say there's a couple of major changes that have happened. The first one really is that, like, originally everyone was just doing face-to-face, right? Everyone was a personal trainer that would go to someone's house or be at the gym or in the park.
Yeah.
And they do face-to-face workouts. Whereas then as things have progressed and as the internet has become much more used by everyone and social media, we now have this rise of online coaches, online trainers. Like if you look on Instagram, everyone's an online coach. And that is different. Whereas when I first started, like 6 years ago, working as an online coach, there was very few people that were doing it. So there's more people that are doing it now, but most people don't do it very well. And the frustrating thing for me is that people say they do personalized online coaching, and clients think they're getting this really amazing, fully bespoke, high quality service, and actually they're just getting a generic plan off an app. And
okay.
It's just a bit frustrating because like if you're paying for a service that you think that is going to be personalized and unique and bespoke to everything that you've done, and you're not getting it, then it's a bit disappointing. And
so you are saying that you offer fully personalized, customized training plans and meal plans as well?
Absolutely. So I've got a bunch of coaches that work for me all around the world, from LA to Sydney. And essentially, when a client comes on board with us, we assess their movement screening. So we look at how their body moves. We look at their meal plans and what they eat. We look at their goals, their experience, all of their history. And then from that point, the coach will create a bespoke plan for them to get them to where they want to be, taking into account all their lifestyle factors, if they've got kids, what their job is, all of this stuff.
That's so good.
Exactly. So it's amazing. Like, how do we apply nutrition and training to your specific situation? And then you get to talk with your coach every single week, like a person, like a face-to-face conversation over Zoom or something. So it's like so fully bespoke.
And I'm sure, so you started this before the pandemic, right? So that's, I mean, the small perk of the pandemic, would you say, is just like skyrocketing the whole Zoom personal training session?
I mean, I will not say there's been many perks of the pandemic.
No, of course not. Of course not. No.
Let's not. We're both not saying that, are we? But definitely, I think that I think that it certainly helped the fitness community as a whole transition quite quickly to allowing people to still connect with their coaches through online training sessions and programming.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of digital apps also got a boost. Of course, e-commerce saw a huge rise, escalation. So that's so interesting. And if people want to follow you and get in touch with you and start like these sessions, what is the process?
The best thing is just to follow me on Instagram. So mine's @david.birtwistle, or the company's name is @EndeavourLife. Okay. All one word.
Both on Instagram.
Both on Instagram. Yeah, and then like we have loads of free information that people can check out, and like my coaches are constantly posting tips and tricks and nutrition hacks, and so
nice.
There's just loads of valuable content, which I'd say even if you don't want to be a client or anything like that, just go and look at the information because you'll get so much benefit. Okay,
guys, so make sure to follow David or his workout company on Instagram. And apart from that, guys, keep watching, because at the very end, he's going to show us 3 really cute and easy to do office workouts. But you were also down at Expo, right, recently?
Yeah, I was down at Expo. There was a competition there, a fitness competition, which I competed in with a couple of friends. And the standard was really high. There was a lot of very good athletes there, but it was great to go down to Expo, great to see the scale of it and what is happening there. And it's really like amazing. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it.
Oh, really? So, did you visit any of the pavilions? Did you visit the UK pavilion?
We did. We visited the UK pavilion. Had a beer in the in the UK pavilion. You kind of have to, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a little walk around, and it's a really interesting place. Like, it's really cool to see all the different countries' pavilions and like how they've designed them in a unique way, and how they represent the company. The architecture is fantastic. Yeah.
Anything that stood out to you at Expo? Any one thing?
Just the uniqueness of it, right? It's like nothing I've really experienced before, and it'd be quite hard to kind of describe to someone who's not been exactly what it is and why it's so amazing.
For me, it's the Birtwistle Dome.
Yeah?
That's insane. The projections there.
Yeah, the dome is pretty incredible.
Right? And literally anyone you meet who's been to the Expo, you don't, just for that small conversation, the small talk, just bring up the Birtwistle Dome and that's it. Like, the conversation is set. Right?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And it's huge as well, isn't it? I couldn't quite grasp how like big
it was.
is.
But I'm sure with your stamina, you completed all of Expo in one day.
Well, we had a little walk around. I mean, we might have got sidetracked by the pub in the UK pavilion. We had all the best intentions to go for a long walk and see everything, and then we had one beer and we were like, this is good fun.
Oh, typical.
Yeah, I know, I'm so British.
Typical Brit. Just typical fellow British person. Yeah, but why do I keep saying fellow? I want to ask you about Endeavor. How did that app, like what made you start that app? Basically,
I felt that there was a bit of a disconnect with what people currently are experiencing from online coaching and what it could be. And essentially I found that there was just, like I said earlier, like a lot of people claiming to do this personalized service, but not really. And there was no real authority within the online coaching space that people could trust, that was credible, that really had like the legs to be a long-term solution to people from all around the world. And that was what I found, is that there's different components of fitness, right? So it might be bodybuilding, it might be cardio training like running, it might be female focused workouts, it could be bodyweight workouts, it could be injury rehabilitation. And like you might have one coach that does one thing. I'm like, why don't I create a company that has all different types of coaches, so that no matter where you are in your fitness journey, I've got a coach that is perfect for you. And so that way,
genius. Exactly,
right? I thought it'd be great, because then no matter where you are and what you're doing and where you're at in your journey, you can trust us to deliver you the exact program and nutrition strategy that you need to get you where you want to be. And then if it changes, no worries. We've got a coach that can work with you on that. You get injured, no worries. We've got a coach that will work with you on that. And I just thought, let's be a one-stop shop so that we can help everyone.
Guys, the man is a genius. The amount of people I see on social media who have just started a fitness journey, and they're just like, they want to focus on strength, they want to focus on agility, they want to focus on flexibility, and they have to keep going to different coaches for that. But then David has a one-stop app where you can just literally, in that one app, you can have coaches and get coaching for all different types of needs. So exactly. It's amazing as Endeavor. And before we do the workouts, any future projects you want to tell us about or give us an info? Right now,
to be honest, everything I'm working on is Endeavor. It's just about making that the biggest success that I can be. And right now, that's the main priority, to be honest.
Honestly, sounds like it already is.
Thank you.
But okay, now a lot of people have desk jobs and they want to work out. They don't have the time. They don't have the space, energy, you know, like life just doesn't give them the 2 seconds to go to the gym. So anything they can do in the office, at their desk, 3 quick and cute workouts. Yeah, so we're basically going to do 3 exercises. Each one is going to be done for 20 seconds and you're going to do them back to back, and then you're going to take a 30-second rest. Okay, so that's basically going to be 1 minute of work and then 30 seconds recovery. Okay. And if you do that 5 times, it just helps get the blood flowing, get your body moving. And when I said earlier about general activity, this is kind of what I mean. You just want to get that blood flow moving, all right? Okay. So we're going to do a couple of things, right? The first exercise we're going to do, nice and simple bodyweight squat. Now, the reason we're going to do this one is because it helps with the hips, helps with the quads, and you don't need any exercise equipment, right? So we're going to start with the feet about shoulder width apart. We'll do it into this camera so you guys can see. Toes slightly turned out. And then I'm going to just get a little wriggle on so my trousers don't rip. And then we're just going to drop it down into a nice deep squat and then stand it up. Okay, so you're just going to do 20 reps like this. You can use the chair or the bench or whatever's behind you to kind of give you a benchmark for how deep you want to go. Okay, right? Okay. So that's the first one. Squats, 20 seconds on, then we're going to go straight into 20 seconds of reverse lunges. So we're going to drop that knee down. Any guys that are maybe thinking about proposing, it's a good one to practice. So you're going to go down and just tap that knee on the floor, keeping everything nice and neutral. You see how I'm not like bending like this? You want to keep the spine straight. Okay. So again, 20 seconds of those. And then the final piece of the puzzle is going to be some push-ups. Right, so what in the office?
Oh, you going to push-ups in the office? It depends if you're. Well, we've got a couple different options depending on what you've got available, right? Okay. So if you're quite fit, you can do them on your hands and your feet. Okay. Right, so we just go down, keep everything nice and neutral, chest to the floor, and push it up. However, if you want to regress it a little bit, maybe your fitness level is not quite as high as it was, we can use a chair, right? As long as it's not like a twisty one like this, you can use the chair and put your hands on the chair, and then that means that you're not going to be as low down.
Like you go like that?
Well, you do the push-up like I just did on the floor.
Okay.
But because your hands are going to be on here,
oh my God,
it makes it a little bit easier, right? Because the body's a little bit higher, the angle is going to be easier for your body to do it. It's not as much strain. Right.
First 2 workouts are so up my alley. The last one, it sounds like, yeah, you got to be profesh.
Well, you can always do the one on your knees as well.
The one with knees?
The push-ups. You can do push-ups on your knees. You can do push-ups on an incline. Or you can always do it with your hands against the wall as well.
Yes, that's the easiest, guys. That's what I would suggest and recommend.
Because no matter where you are in your fitness journey, there's a way that you can exercise, right? You don't have to go to the hardest thing. It doesn't have to be reinventing the wheel. We keep things nice and simple and just find the right level for you.
And what is the best exercise to get rid of arm fat? The arm wiggles.
The arm wiggles. Well, I mean, I've got the arm wiggles.
That's like, no, you don't. That's muscle.
Yeah, but it still wiggles, right?
It's not.
Now, when it comes to losing body fat, I like to say that it's a relatively simple thing. You just need to have a healthy, active lifestyle, right? This is the main thing. You need to be generally active, right? And that just means like going on walks or maybe riding a bicycle, trying to stay on your feet as often as possible. The second thing is going to be eating into a calorie deficit. Now, what I mean by that is each day you basically need to be consuming less calories than you burn. That way you're going to lose body fat.
Okay.
Right? Because you can't spot reduce fat. This is really important, right? So if you say, I want to lose the fat here, you go, okay, well, we can definitely work on losing body fat, but we can't specifically reduce this. And if anyone tells you that they can, they're lying because it's not true. Okay? Exposed. Anyone that tells you they'll just like, we'll just get rid of that little bit here and everything else is going to stay the same. That's not how it works. It's like, if you said, I just want to remove the water from the corner of a swimming pool.
Oh, okay. That puts it into so much perspective.
Yeah, you can't do that, can you?
Yeah, you can.
You might take a cup and take some of that water out the corner.
It's just going to refill.
It's just going to
yeah.
do that. So that's kind of how reducing body fat works, right?
Yeah.
So the 2 first ones is an active lifestyle, eating into a calorie deficit. And if you want to feel strong and you want to feel toned, then you need to start lifting weights.
Start lifting weights. 3 major tips and myth busting.
That's it.
By our David here. Thank you so much. This was such an amazing interview and insight into the world of fitness. And definitely, I'm sold on Endeavor.
Thank you very much, guys.
I'm gonna download the app and just live in the app now.
You'll love it. You'll love it.
Hopefully, by next month, I'll be walking on with my summer body, the abs.
That's it. Yeah. Get them popping.
Right? Get them that snatched waist. But thank you so much, David. It was great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you same time, same place tomorrow morning. Bye.